उनसे कह दो, सिर्फ पीछे में कह दो, वो लोग उठा लेंगे, तुम क्यों जा रहे? हाँ, थोड़ी हवा आ जाए तो अच्छा है। जरा कॉटनचं दे म्हणा, हे कसले नायला, ये कॉटन का देव का ना, कौन सा? थैंक यू। ठीक है। बेटा, अब पीछे से आओ घूम के। Today we are here to celebrate Krishna Puja. I went to America and they wanted me to have a Mahakali Puja. But I said, no, let me talk about Krishna only. Because we have to first realize what is the strength of this puja. How are we going to establish Sri Krishna within ourselves? He himself has said that whenever there is a downfall of dharma, dharma doesn't mean what we understand as Hinduism, Christianity, or Islamic nonsense. It is not. Dharma means our primordial taboos that are built in the human beings. About these, I think aboriginals knew better than we. But then, what we did, we dominated them, and also they had to change their style of life. The primordial taboos are only understood if people are trying to understand oneself, or else whatever has come to them through tradition. Now, Sahaj Dharma is little bit different in the sense that is much higher than the Sahaj ideas that we talk of, but is much higher than even what Sri Krishna said or Sri Rama said. First, Sri Rama thought best is to give them disciplines. People should be serious about life, have full idea about their own being, they should respect themselves. All these things were written down long time back. Also, people, basically when they were good people, they understood that whatever is bad for us, we should not. These are primordial taboos. Now, these primordial taboos are built in within us. Now, supposing I say, don't drink, you will go and drink. If I say, don't tell lies, you will tell lies. It's the human nature. You see, it's to go against primordial taboo because they think now they have freedom. Freedom to do what they like. You are free people. Actually, they are not. They are under the spell of all the kinds of allurement, you can call it, or temptations, which are against human life. And it's very natural to be a person of dharma. Small children mostly have it. For example, I've seen children, they feel very shy to take out their clothes. Even small boys I have seen. They won't take out their clothes in the presence of others. They feel shy. So all these are described like, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajja Rupena Samstha. So you should be shy. You should be humble. And respect your body. It's very important in these modern times. Exposure of body is regarded as a great achievement of women. They are trying to become aboriginals, you see. That time they never had these ideas and they were not so confused, you see. So even if the woman was scantily dressed, it didn't mean that it was some sort of a sex or some sort of a attraction for men, or men behaving in funny manners to show that they have a special attraction for women. I mean, why should it? It is absolutely absurd that men should be attracted to women and women should be attracted to men. And on the road, on the street, you go, you see just that going on. This adharma is the worst, I think, for It's a curse. Because after coming to Sahaja also people start doing this nonsense, They should all go to lunatic asylum, I think. They're no good for Sahaja. But dharma gets established as soon as you have the light of the spirit. At the time of Sri Rama, he had to put down A, B, C, D, E, F. At the time of Moses also, he had to put down 10 commandments. But Krishna thought the other way around, to establish a dharma of pure love, pure love. So, because he wanted that Sri Rama's taboos were forced on people, just like Islamic, just like Christians, never works. So he thought better to ask them, in their freedom, they must develop pure love. Radha, who was with him as his power, is called as Allhadadaini. She's the one who gives joy, pure joy. So all these limited type of attractions end up in trouble. Now drinking is against you, know that. Today they are talking about tobacco, tomorrow they'll talk of drinking when they will find so many people suffering from horrible livers and dying. Then they will taboo it. But it's a natural taboo for your body. If you do something all the time which is not good for you, for your good life, you are becoming adharma. This is to be understood very clearly, that the Sahaja Dharma is that you are just free, complete freedom from lust, greed, and all nonsense. You are above it. You are above this surge. Dharma is above the dharma established by Sri Krishna or by Sri Rama. Because you have reached that stage, is in complete freedom, you have to be dharma. Whatever is not good for you, you should not do. I don't have to tell you that you don't do this or you don't do that. Whatever I say may not be acceptable, but immediately your vibrations will tell. This is Sahaj Dharma. In the Sahaj Dharma, you get rid of all kinds of, as they say, kama, krodha, mada, matsara, lobha, moha, means lust, anger, attractions, then हावरटपणाला काय म्हणतात इंग्लिश? Greed. That's very important. Greed. And attractions. Now, if you understand how people are greedy for what? This America is dying of consumerism, you see. Now see the trick of the trade. In America, you can borrow any amount of money from the bank, no problem. Now, even if you don't borrow, they'll send you a letter. Why don't you take 20,000 check we are sending you? Why not have it? Very rich you become. You see, I say very nice to take the loan. I was told some people used to come to Ganpatipure after taking loans. I said, stop that nonsense. So they take the loan and then they come to Ganpatipure. All the time their mind is, how will I pay this loan? How will I manage? All the time the attention is distracted, even when you want to do something good to yourself of coming to Ganpatipure. So such a mind is not free. The free mind is that which has attention completely enlightened by the Spirit. But problem is, we are still rising out of this human bondage to a higher life of realization. And when we are going to that level, we have to realize that we have to give up all these shackles, all these horrible things within us. Like a bird, when it is born, out of the egg sheds out all the parts of the egg. Your brothers, your sisters, your father, your mother, your husband, everybody, they try to put you down. Now if they are drinking, they'll say, come along, you better have something to drink, you are not social, you are useless, you are not up to date, what is this nonsense? That's how a fashion starts. And this collective action of fashion didn't come from Sri Krishna, and not in Sahaj. In Sahaj, you are absolutely free from all these nonsense. If you want, you can wear good dress. If you don't want, you need not. You are free. You are free from money bondage. This is very important. Money bondage is another thing. I know some Sahaja Yogis who came to Sahaja Yoga trying to make money out of Sahaja Yoga. You came to Sahaja Yoga for what? To get out of that money bondage. In the Sahaj Dharma, to you money is nothing but dust of your feet. Nothing so important. Then we have such a collective sense of accepting nonsense. That has to be dropped out. Especially in America, I was surprised. Also in England, a fellow came as a hippie. His hair were looking like some monkey. Monkey is better, I must say. I don't know like what. All put together like a, you can say, I mean, there's nothing to compare, I tell you. So I asked him, why are you having such hair? He said, because I want to be primitive. Now we have to get to the primitiveness. I said, but your brain is modern. What's this of growing hair like that? You think you can become primitive? You cannot. Then afterwards I learned that he died. Another one like that came, and he didn't die, but went to lunatic asylum. Like that I met many. But why do you do it? Because that's the fashion. Now Italy, you know, is prospering because of all kinds of designers. Now there's a joke about the New Irish people in Russia especially. Russians are not like that. Normally, they don't accept something because it's a fashion. So one fellow said that, my God, you lost your hand in the accident. Doesn't matter, but I lost my very expensive watch from Switzerland. Really? What? It was Rolex. Doesn't matter if the hand is gone. The Rolex is gone. Rolex is the fashion. Can you remove him, dog? This one, because people can't see you. So, these are Nuwarish people who have money. It's all right, now he'll be. Come along. Come along. Sit down, sit down. Now go down. They don't follow any fashions. I have not seen dogs taken to any fashions. monkeys taking, supposing, you see, the Italian designers make something special for them, they won't think much of it. Maybe their masters might buy, but not these animals. Now, we don't have to become animals, of course, but we don't also have to become slaves of fashions. So there are some shops which are very expensive. Why? Because they are designers. So you move about telling everybody, see, I'm wearing this thing from a designer shop, this is from designer shop. That means, what about you? You have no sense of designs. You have no sense of understanding what you need and what you don't need. And nowadays, most of them are in jail also, sorry to say, but they have money. And they have made money by befooling you. Especially in America, I was surprised that they were selling most of the things which were coming from Italy, designs, Italian design, written down Italian design, so they were buying it, Italian design. I was surprised that such artistic things they create that are available everywhere, such beautiful things. But what they believe in is some sort of a group madness. Everybody wearing the same kind of designs from this or that. This is not Saj Dharma. We are not slaves of anything. We are free people. We are not to accept any design or anything. It is there, it's there. Let the stupid follow that. We are Sahajogis. Now this also prevails among people who are supposed to be sadhus. They all dress up the same way. And how can you make out who is who? In Sahaja Yoga, we don't want you to dress up the same way, look the same way, cut your hair the same way. No. You have to be individuals because you are free. But that doesn't mean freedom is always supported by wisdom. That doesn't mean that you do what you like. All kinds of funny things happen when person doesn't know what is the light of the Spirit. In the light of the Spirit, you don't get involved into this kind of collective madness that is going on. We are so collective in mad things. I wish there could be collective more in wise things. Wisdom is very important. And a joy-giving quality of Radhaji, Ahladadayini Shakti, has to come within us. Means when we meet another person in the collectivity, another person should feel happy meeting. So he taught the dharma of love. Love is not there if you discard because he's black or because he's brown, because he's white. He's very superficial. What is black, white and yellow, I don't understand. Here they go to the seashores to make themselves black. And there they say we don't want to have any blacks, especially for Americans. I think this kind of separation I found there among the blacks and the white, I really wept. I went to Harlem. Sahajogi said, Mother, will you go to Harlem? I said, why not? I am black. If you call me black, I am black. If you call me white, I am white. If you call me yellow, I am yellow. So I am going. And there I had a lecture. So many people were there, really, I cannot forget. It is one of the most famous place that there is built in that hall, and the same hall is built in Australia, where I had addressed many people. And I thought, just look at this. They said, Mother, the Australians copied from us. Now these people, so sweet, so beautiful, I tell you. I could see their heart. I could feel it. And the fellow was trying to compare After my lecture, he just came, he hugged me, kissed me. I mean, he would have even minced me. Little boy of about 22 years of age. Such love he felt. And he said, Mother, next time you come, you are going to come to Harlem. But I am told that hall is closed. So the American system, somehow or other, goes against democracy. Not only against democracy, but against what Abraham Lincoln wanted. He had such a great man there. And there's a little street I saw in his name. Of course, in Washington they say they have some nice, beautiful statue. But otherwise, his principles are finished. His ideals are finished. Because somehow or other, some people came and wrote against, from England especially, against the black people. What business they have to write against something that is created by God? If there are the same colors everywhere, they all will look like military people. They have to have different colors. They have to have different hues. See, look at the trees, look at the flowers, and look at the different hues the sky has, just to make us happy. Allah. What gives you happiness is variety. Variety is a sign of beauty. If there is no variety, it's so boring, I tell you. So very boring. But they're very proud of it. And they think no end of themselves. They think they're very great people. They have a sense of superiority because they have a certain type of nose, or maybe certain type of lips, or maybe certain types of hair. Such stupid things there. And you join hands with them. How can you join hands with them? You want your freedom? Then be a free person. In the freedom, you have to have variety. Very important. I would say that now the Saj Yogis who are going back to America should have a new style of drive. Go to the black people. I was very happy to see the South American seminar that they had taken specially to Aboriginal people. They went and met them. I have met them also. And I was so surprised that they immediately said, Mother, you are spiritual, we know. But can you solve our problem? I said, what is your problem? Very simple. We have a land. All right, then, very little land, 5-6 acres of land that belongs to us, where the sage grows. Sage is a kind of according to them, is a holy plant. All right. Now, we always meet, all of us, there for different festivals because we regard that land as a holy land. They know so many things, you know. This is the holy land. There were vibrations for that. So they always used to meet. So natural. So what has happened now? What is your problem? The government has sold this land, this American government, to an Indian. I said, to an Indian? Yes. So can you request this Indian to return it to us? We'll pay him the money. I said, what's the name of the Indian? They told me the name. I said, my God, he's a Sindhi. Sindhi. He won't leave even one single pie. Is he going to give you this? I'm sorry, I may be divine or I may be anything. I can't. But I was surprised nobody raised a voice against it. They should have raised voice. They should have told the government, please return their land. Why do you want to have it? Why want to grab it? As it is, all the Americans are immigrants. They don't belong to that place. They were not owners of that place. That gone, they are immigrants. So they have no right to keep somebody's land like that and then to think they are superior. It's very nice. Somebody enters your house and thinks he's very superior and drives out all the people of the family. That is what has happened in America. And just the opposite is Saj Dharma. With Saj Dharma, you take people into your heart. You love them.